welcome to
Hello there.
episode 103 of The Forsaken. We're
Damn it, Joe.
so glad to have you.
Yay.
Yeah, let's get... For a second, I was like, oh no, Joe's camera's frozen.
He's doing such a good job.
All right, yeah, welcome players, welcome any viewers that we have here. I don't think that I put in the actual thing that we're live. Hey, Bear. Yeah, full house.
Hey, Bear.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me get the music started here.
Cool.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll their inspiration rolls, please. If you haven't already, just put it in chat along with everyone else's.
Be right back. Get my dice.
You don't have your dice? Oh.
No, not with the room swap up.
Just
Well,
waiting for Dan.
Let me go ahead and hey, Wavy, welcome. I'll go ahead and read the summary for last week's episode, for episode 102. As the storm around them grew in power, the crew continued to try and escape the storm that was literally chasing them across the now dangerous dim-glimped waters. Well, now dangerous, always dangerous, at least so far. Juniper continued to drive the ship north, others helping to hold the stern in place. With Ingot in a considerable amount of pain and acting strangely, Kazil went topside to help his friends. As the ship lurched back and forth, Juniper was almost knocked over the edge as a sentient storm cloud behind them seemed to be turning the ship in its direction. Just as they were ready for battle, Ingot was pulled from below deck by a magical force, but was stopped with the help of Kazil's quick thinking and magical ability. However, as the battle began, Rhaenyra isn't so lucky, as he was imprisoned in a cage and pulled into the storm itself, staying there for the duration of the battle. As the group slowly chipped away at it and Zavar tried to intimidate it back to the sea, Kazil lowered his protection on Ingot and used his violin to confuse the storm cloud, who eventually turned and receded away from the ship. Ingot seemed a little bit better, but Rhaenyra is still caged. What awaits them next as they hopefully move closer to the Northern Crown? I guess we'll find out. And Dan's still not back.
Just gonna make you repeat it all. Wait, where's Gerbil to tell us the version?
Oh my gosh.
Huh? There's a storm. What?
Yes.
I
Yeah?
jumped in to save Rhaenyra for no reason because
Sure.
he didn't have the tentacle thing. Yeah.
Dan?
Alright, in the little train. Hi!
Hi.
Glad you could join
I
us.
don't have a role for you yet, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I looked, I thought everywhere and was just asking only if she's seen it. She knows where it is.
Could
But
you use
she's going
C&D
to-
Beyond or no?
Cool. No, just kidding. She's right back right
Okay.
now. It's at least really
As
quick.
per
Awesome.
official D&D rules now,
No.
Lily has to take your place.
Nice, yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
18.
Okay. 18.
Thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see here. That's 2. That's... Okay, I think the closest is Zavar with 13 because I rolled an 11.
Ooh.
So you were 2 off.
Nice.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, wait, you rolled an 11? Where's it at?
Yeah.
It doesn't count. Nope, doesn't count.
I
She gave it to
rolled
me.
an 11 from inspiration.
Oh, I see.
Nope.
It was
And
after
then she could
Jonathan,
ask me to-
please make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, I
Doesn't
didn't
count.
see it. I'm so
18
sorry.
on the wisdom saving.
I tell you, yeah, so unfortunately, yes,
swapping
it
rolls.
goes to Gerbil for getting an 11. Sorry, Jonathan, I didn't see it in there.
Now we'll
I'll
just
give
see if
my
you remember.
inspiration.
This
to
is
Zavar.
this is why I go
Zavar can
around
have it.
asking, because otherwise I could possibly miss it in chat.
But it's more fun that way.
Is it? Is it?
I'm laughing, not angry.
All right, so let me actually turn up this music. I don't think it's that high. Hasn't had enough. Anyways, I won't say that. All right, so this is a little scene setting. The storm had just settled down. As the storm, this kind of elemental, the storm elemental kind of turned and receded away. Finally, it seems that you're out of battle. Ingot seems a little bit better. I think you checked on her before the end of the session the last time that we had a couple weeks ago. She seems a little bit better, still very weak. The glow from the crystals has died down considerably, if not completely disappeared. Rhaenyra is still in this metal cage. And I think y'all had tested the lock on it, found out that the lock was fake, wasn't actually like doing anything. And it doesn't seem like there's a door on the cage either. Everyone's soaking wet from the storm, but the wind has died down. The rain has pretty much, you still have a little bit of a drizzle, but that's pretty much it. The deck is completely soaked.
You haven't tuned his attention.
Gerbil is completely soaked.
He's shivering like a wet cat.
And I'll say that
It's a salty musk.
Ears are drooped.
Jesus.
Oh, that's right. It's Princess carrying what's your name down the
Wow.
steps, right?
Okay. So
remember.
Kazeel picked
Watch
up
your head, Ingot.
Ingot, and was Princess carrying her downstairs. Igard, I would say, would probably,
Cheers.
yeah, he'll stay
There we
with,
go.
he'll kind of follow Kazeel down. Concerned about Ingot, it seems like the most. Plus, he seems very concerned that, about his new wings getting, waterlogged. So, as soon as you get down below Kazeel, he almost does kind of like a little, kind of shakes them out. Yeah, I think that's about it as far as scene setting goes. Magdalene is just kind of going around making sure everything's okay on the ship, from the storm, because it got pretty bad during the fight. It seems like that, let me see. Oh yeah, there's not, as far as you can tell from what she's saying to her to her helpers, it doesn't seem like that there's too much damage that you can tell. But you're not really like investigating, so yeah. So Rhaenyra, you've had quite the ride. There were a few times that you kind of came to consciousness while taken by the creature. And the only thing that you remember is just being just thrown from side to side in this metal cage. And you'd be awake for a few moments, and then you'd be back out. You'd be awake for a few moments, and just the rain hitting you, and this very extremely strong wind that almost pushed you against the bars of the cage. If not by, also you had the force of it just kind of swirling around and around inside the creature. If this was the worst, this was a pretty bad experience. So you kind of come to. Very waterlogged, very probably windburned. So your sunburn on your cheeks is probably a good representation. Very windburnt, very tired, very exhausted. And I'm going to go ahead and say, go ahead and mark yourself with 1 point of exhaustion just from the experience. You kind of wake up and you see that you're still in this cage with some of your friends surrounding you on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, everything all right? Uh,
You're in a cage.
uh, I'm well aware. I seem to have been moving around a bunch for just having been in in a cage. But what happens?
Oh, who picked up the bag from the library?
Was it Tegan or was it Zvar? Or was it Kazil?
Not me.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Hmm.
All right, I'll take it.
hold on.
Okay. I don't think we remembered that part. The library
Okay,
symbol was
Zavar
there.
picks it up,
Oh,
but then I think he handed it to somebody.
Did
I
I?
don't know.
Mm.
That's what I have written down.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know,
you
it was
did
2
pick
weeks
it up,
ago.
Zavar,
I
but then
can't
you handed
remember
it to
that.
someone. That seems
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
I
To someone.
just want Renarius to know that we didn't do this. We didn't put you in this cage.
I'm sure of that. Despite my apocalyptic thoughts about me, I trust you all not to put me in a cage without good reason.
It's a good thing you cast water breathing. Just,
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I always do.
Mhm.
You can never be too careful. I think.
Junie is pacing the ship, looking like she's measuring distance and looking in at the cage and seeing how much space is around Renarius. Without
I observe no. You said there's no opening to the cage.
Yeah, there's no apparent door. No.
and
Make a perception check, Juniper. Yes, Triple?
I'm trying to remember. Was the cage like it's a physical cage, but like is it metal or is it like glowing like for some reason or anything? Is it just like a
I think there was a
plain
slight
metal
I think
cage?
yeah, it's a metal cage, but I think I said there was a slight glow to it if I remember correctly.
purple.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I had a 19 on my perception check.
Okay. You kind of step around the cage and look, Juniper, and it seems like there's about probably like around a couple of feet around him.
Okay.
Can I just reach? Can I reach out of the cage? Can I? Is this like a magical force field that I can't put my? Or it's a metal cage with like holes in it and stuff.
You can try to put your hand through it.
Sure, I'll try to reach out.
Seems
through
like
the
something is
holes in the bars.
blocking you from reaching out the cage. So even though you see little like slats in the bars and or space in between the bars, and you can see people outside of it, it seems like there's a force as well.
Oh.
Is it Gerbil's just is it both ways kind of thing? Like
Yeah, if Gerbil
he
tries
tries
to
to-
put his hand in, same thing. You can't put your hand inside through the bars.
Didn't one of us already try dispel magic on it?
he dispelled magic on the lock that wasn't there.
Oh. Well.
I can blow a. Was I conscious for you trying the lock? I'm guessing not.
I think you released conscious for the dispel magic. Yeah, because the lock came after the dispel
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah, because we also shot an arrow at the lock and you had to kind of dodge. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's glass.
Who did that?
I mean, I guess the arrow wouldn't have gone through probably, unless it only stops people.
I'll try to maybe dispel this cage myself, and I will cast dispel magic.
Okay. And that's instantaneous, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
one action.
You cast a spell magic, Rhaenyra, and as far as you can tell, like, you had enough energy for the spell should have worked, but you tried to put your hand through it, and it's still, the cage is still there, and you still can't put your hand through.
No.
Is there anything about the design of this cage that seems familiar, or is it just bars welded together with magic in between?
I mean, you can make a history check if you want to.
Yeah, Gerbil's never made a history check. Natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
The one time it doesn't matter.
It might.
Are you, what are your proficiencies, Gerbil?
Not history. My proficiencies are acrobatics, athletics, insight, nature, stealth, and survival.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything familiar. I mean, it does look, of course, you kind of already know that it's magical. Beyond that, though, you've never really seen anything like this before.
It's fine craftsmanship.
It looks sturdy.
I don't know much about cage working, but
I don't know.
what I do know, this is a good cage.
I want to just see if any magic works within this cage I'm in. If it's not just a, it didn't work because I'm the one who casted it inside the magical cage or what. I want to use like prestidigitation to maybe dry myself off. Maybe fool around with some minor illusions inside the cage and outside the cage.
Okay. All right.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Let me just read here.
Don't mind me. I'm just testing a little hypothesis that I have. Any sounds, any weird images? It's me. If you see them, don't worry.
So, Rhaenyra, it seems like whatever you're so you're casting prestidigitation to dry yourself off. That works.
Yeah. Okay.
And what was the other thing that you're casting?
I want to try just a casting minor image or minor illusion inside the cage to see if it appears inside the cage, outside the cage to see if other people can see it outside the cage.
Doing it inside the cage, it works. Trying to do it outside the cage does not work.
That is truly odd. If you all don't have a solution, I have something I think could work. Or it could go terribly wrong, and we'll be separated for a little while.
Could you elaborate a little more on that ominous statement?
Well, it seems that the magic seems to be working within this cage, but I cannot project out, nor can I cast anything on the cage itself to dispel anything. But it seems that I can cast spells on myself. I was able to dry myself off. I was able to make minor illusions within here. But when I try to cast them out there, it doesn't make it through the barrier. So my hypothesis is that if I were to cast a spell on myself to send myself to another dimension, I could also send myself back here. Hopefully not into the cage again.
I'm back.
But
that sounds a little dangerous. I mean, you mentioned it might be, but that sounds like really dangerous.
I'm sure that there is some danger involved, as there usually is with magic. It's not that I would be banished to some far off dimension and I would be incapacitated or anything. I'm not sure where exactly I would end up in Osbergen and where exactly I would end up here in Dim Glent again.
This sounds that's just too risky.
There's lots of dangerous places you could end up in Osbergen, and I would argue there's probably many more dangerous places you could teleport to coming back here.
And if this cage does something to alter your skills in casting the spell, what if it seriously alters it and does something completely different? Would hate to find out that it just sends you nowhere. And
these are all valid concerns, which is why I'm not jumping the gun or freaking out as I did as the dragon was approaching. I'm willing to be patient while you all come up with another positive solution.
Wait, does he have?
I swallowed some water.
Does he have food and water?
Rhaenyra's is dying.
Rhaenyra, we can't give you food and water.
I know, like I got my bottle, like I clink, clink, clink. Like, dang it.
Can we try dispelling? Because we tried dispel magic on the imaginary lock. We haven't tried dispelling magic on the actual cage from the outside.
Not from the outside. No, only he's tried it on the inside.
Right.
Yeah, probably if someone can do it from the outside, it would be worth at least the attempt. Then we'll know. I don't have it, though.
Is Kazeel the only one? I assume.
Oh, no. Is he? Oh, no.
I wonder.
Wow. You have to put Ingot down long enough to cast this.
Put Ingot down to check on Fairy Boy.
Oh, yeah. And he's exhausted.
There's so many people to check on their well-being.
So
he's gonna check on each unseen servant.
Speaking of our new acquaintances, we should ask them if they have any special abilities that they can assist us with.
The unseen servants or the
Igard and Ingot, and possibly even Mags. Who knows? Magdalene.
I'm guessing Mags is still like on the top deck. Still like.
Yeah, she's still busying herself, just getting stuff together. I mean, she's occasionally like kind of stepped over and been like, "How's it going?" But yeah, she's currently like checking on something, but she's there on the top deck. Yes.
I guess I can go ask her. I imagine though that if she, maybe she thinks we're incompetent. I don't know. I'll just go ask her. I'm not going to assume anything. Cyril's just going to go. Hey, Magdalene.
Oh, hey.
We can't get Rodarius out of the cage. It's like magical, and he's willing to like go to another dimension and try to come back. But we want to say that as the last resort.
Oh.
Do you know how to? Have you seen a cage like this before?
Well,
any ideas?
let me see here. Sorry, give me 1 second. I had this stuff like I think generated before I lost like half of my notes. Give me 1 second. If someone else wants to do something or try something in the meantime, it'll take me like a couple of minutes.
Ingot's shoulder.
Oh God!
Listen.
Tegan has dispel magic. He will.
Oh. Thank goodness.
I'll try it on the cage.
Okay. Tegan, you feel like the spell should have worked, but it did not.
Turn to gerbil. Nope.
Oh, great.
Gonna have
just-
to-
Okay. Magdalene. Take a look. Is she? No. She'll kind of step over the cage, gerbil, and be like, I'm not, I mean, I know some magic, but I'm not really, you know, a student of it. So I don't really know, or I haven't really learned what something like this could be. As far as something that I have that could help with it, let's see. She kind of looks through a little journal that she has. I mean, I have dispel magic. Would that work?
I think we've already tried
Or
that. Thanks.
Banishment? What does that do again?
I think it banishes, but you can't reach him. I mean, imagine if you try to banish the cage, he would go with the cage.
I mean, if we had someone dead, I could
Then-
raise someone from the dead, but that's pretty much.
That's good to know. That's really good
I
to
don't
know.
think
actually.
it's permanent, though.
But-
I think it's just to talk to them
Oh,
or
okay.
let them fight with you.
Still,
I'm sorry, I'm
um,
still learning. I have a teacher back at.
no, that's good. That's still very good to know.
Okay.
Since enough time's passed, if it's okay anyway, I think Kazil's gonna come back up to the upper deck. And...
Sure. Well, I mean, pause. Was there anything that you wanted to do downstairs, Kazil, when you took?
Just hold Ingrid's hand, let her know
Okay.
we're gonna get her the help she needs. Things are
Okay.
gonna be all right.
Yeah, she seems she's very exhausted, and so she'll be like, "Thanks, Kazil," and just kind of give you pat your arm, and you know, wherever I'm guessing you probably, because there's little like couches and stuff down there, so if you lay her on one of the couches, she'll just kind of
Ups and downs.
lean over and almost fall immediately to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuck a little blankie up over her shoulder.
A guard kind of like, after kind of shaking out his wings a bit, is like, is there anything I can do to help?
No, I think just I'll keep an eye and see if anything takes a turn.
Okay.
And I'll prestidigitate their wings dry and Ingot dry,
Oh,
and then just hold that blanket over it again.
thank you.
I'm gonna see what make sure everyone's all right up there.
Okay, I think I'll stay down here and just keep an eye on her, but if you need me for something, just let me know, okay?
Pat on the shoulders.
Yeah, kind of go over to the kitchen, the little open kitchen area, and get some water, and maybe start getting some like snacks on a tray, just in case anyone needs them.
When I come up top, is everyone still like looking around the cage? I assume. I'm gonna go over and see if I can identify whatever's going on. I'm gonna cast Identify on this cage and see if it tells me any secrets or anything.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it's well, no luck with the cage. I'll look around. All right.
I assumed it was a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that through that spell,
Mhm,
given the attributes I've given to it, that you'd be able to tell
mhm.
the spell that was used to create it.
Oh, okay. This is.
Do you need me to
What
send that
kind
to
of-
you again?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. There you go.
Ah, okay. This is, as I cast Identify. Oh shit. Okay. All right. It's magic, but
I sent you one more note just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Carefully crafted. It's not the usual. It's a cage of force, but it's been crafted into some material components as well. It's by Dispel Magic, won't work, but it looks like oh, this extends out to the ethereal plane, so you kind of travel there. You just can't leave it. You can't if you try and teleport. You might be able to leave the cage, or nothing terrible happens. Whew. So you might be able to teleport out of it, but it only lasts about an hour. Typically, anyway, they only last about. Can I tell like how long this one will last? It's just like it's one of its unique things that it lasts longer than an hour.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll say that you'd be able to. Yeah, that's the what I sent you was the only thing that I changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you would say that's probably been about 20 minutes, close to a half hour now.
Okay. Maybe 30, 40 minutes left.
So just sit tight.
You can try and teleport through. If you have that anything that can lab that can teleport you through, any magics, or anyone for that matter. I don't really have anything in the way of that. Worst case, it just doesn't work. Nothing dangerous. But if you teleport in to grab him, it's the same chance to get out. Might be 2 people in there for 30, 40 minutes.
15 minutes later, we're all inside the cage.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind the wait. It seems maybe I could use a short rest after I rested all throughout that battle.
Well, of course, I could hang out here and regale you with stories of some of my drunken boxing days.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. If that's the only.
Tell them about the drunken boxing convention you went to. Tell them about that.
The boxing
let
celebration,
me
yes.
tell you.
Yes.
Boxing Wars celebration.
Oh my
I saw
god.
I tell you, I saw some of the best boxers that I've ever heard of. People that I've only ever wanted to see, and I've seen them with my own eyes. It was amazing. I've learned some things, heard some things. That was very special, for sure. Did you hear? Did you hear that I actually yelled at the storm, and that made it go away? Were you?
No. We're
did
never
you
going to
notice
hear the
that?
end of this from Zavar.
It was quite impressive, if I must say myself. I mean, I was not able to reach it with my hands, but I could reach it with my anger.
I mean, he did yell at it, and
You
it
did
did
yell
go
at
away.
it, yeah.
And now I know that my words are just as strong as these fists.
That's
Oh man.
Renee, can I get in the cage with you?
Yes, another captive audience member.
And then just have Gerbil throw us overboard. It's fine.
now. If I could shoot an arrow at Redarius through the cage, I don't know if it'd work, but I could for 6 seconds. You could be in the Feywild, and then in those 6 seconds, we'll quickly move the cage over, and you would appear in the same spot, but we'd have moved the cage. That is. It should work for 6 seconds. Granted, that's how I got stuck in the Feywild for 10 years, but we won't talk about that.
No.
You
dear
had
Turbo,
me.
I'm just
Dear Turbo,
workshopping here.
I may not be the brightest one, but aren't we already moving on this boat?
Oh,
Bugbears.
that's a good.
Bugbears.
Turbo's like, like he's just burrowing surprised. I was like, we're moving. You're right.
We are.
What would happen? Would you play the boat?
Isn't the
Would you play
planet
ocean?
moving? So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, what does a what does,
Why
what
would
does
the
a
planet be
planet?
moving? We're
Mags,
We're
how
flat.
much longer? Mags,
We're
how much
it's
longer
like a
are we trapped
table.
on this ship?
We're just spinning through the space.
How much longer?
no,
Are we-
we're a big flat disc on some elephants and a turtle.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
All the way
I
down.
read it in a book once.
Well,
way down.
I'm trying to figure out how far we've kind of went off course by going
great.
north as far as we did. But I'm having a little trouble. During this entire conversation, you kind of felt the boat kind of like looks like that they're kind of turning it around to go back. And see if we keep going this way. Well, I mean, there's cliffs on this side, on this part of the island of the Northern Crown, and I mean, we could. It's very dangerous, and they're very high. I mean, the cliffs are not really climbable. I mean, I guess if you're really athletic, but my best idea would be just to kind of go back a bit, which will probably it'd probably be like another day,
Oof.
a little over, but
Right.
no more than a day and a half. We were kind of booking it going north, and I can't really go around the top part of the island because things get a little iffy there.
The edge of the house. Go very terrible.
Well, yeah, it's kind
Well, I
of
mean,
we've
the
had
Davy Plate.
ships go that way and just kind of
What the edge of the bell
disappear.
jar.
Just kind of disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know where they go.
Yeah, it's
Right,
better
that's
we
nice.
take the safe route
Yeah.
especially after we've been through.
Alright. I'm not taking. I think I'm gonna go below decks, and I'm gonna make it's mostly a drink service, but there'll be food too. But it's gonna center around drinks because I think after this madness, we could all use a little bit of relaxation.
I'll try to keep
Oh, I completely agree.
working. Juniper, do you want to help me try to
Yes.
find navigation back to?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Juniper. You seem like you can handle yourself pretty well. So
Oh God! Don't let her hear that. Him. No, don't let them
What?
hear that. What?
who?
Sorry, I have some water in my ears.
Okay.
Where? Yes, I'll be right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be over at the wheel. And she'll kind of talk to her, helpers as she's like walking up there.
And yeah, Junie will follow. And she'll just kind of look over her shoulder at Rhaenyra in the cage and at Zavar, just regaling him against his will. And she'll be very glad to steer for a while.
Turbo's gonna go to his room and like dry off and make sure
Oh,
Tulip isn't waterlogged.
Oh yeah.
Dry Tulip off.
Okay. Yeah, Tulip happily lets you dry her off and like kind of like nuzzles up to you and oh, please tell me you have a griffin. Is it a
No, it's not a
griffin?
griffin. It's a Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
It's sitting.
Nice.
It has 4 legs and it's sitting. Like
Oh.
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay. So you're taking care of Tulip. Kazeel, I'd say you go downstairs and Egard helps you with getting things together. He's already kind of started Seems like you already kind of anticipated that people would want snacks and stuff. Oh,
Mm.
I already started something, but I'd be happy to help you with whatever, Kazil.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I'm going to make a spread of drinks. It's
Okay.
80% drinks, and we'll just have foods that pair nicely with delicate stomachs.
It's a good idea, probably.
Hey.
How is everyone up there? Is everyone okay?
Everyone seems alright. I'm worried about the poor lad is in a cage.
Oh,
But it'll be freed in a bit when it disappears. But I think we've all just been. I mean, that was a scary fight.
I felt
it's-
something when I went on deck. That when I went up to follow Ingot, which,
Hey,
good thinking, hitting the wall around her. But I felt something myself that was almost like, for a moment, like drawn to the creature.
really?
Yeah. But it stopped after a bit, so.
Good. Have you ever had? I think that it's the crystals and whatever you can get in her arms and such that had that attraction. Do you know if you've ever been exposed? Had any crystals embedded or been exposed anything like that?
They did. In Bad 1, I think, after they recruited me.
Where do you mind if I ask where? Like on your body?
Oh,
Did
they
they-
put
did
it in
they
my
embed 'em?
chest.
Or
You probably saw the scar. Yeah, I mean, it's just a
Hey,
little one, but, yeah. They just said it was to help me not lose control.
well, they lied. Be careful. They use those to control people.
Oh.
It has an ability to force itself to force out your will and let theirs in. So be careful.
Is it the same crystals that Ingot has in her arms?
Very likely. Probably. They
Interesting.
use them a lot in like Fairweather and some other places. They had them in Bern
Oh.
back in Aspergen.
I've heard of Fairweather. Yes.
They take and train a bunch of mages that they adopt even from a young age, put the crystals in and train them up. But we found them here. We still, in a revised history, we
Yeah.
still know that they were using mages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. They use them up, and the crystals are the means to that, and then they throw the bodies in a fire, and that's it. They use them to power greater things, greater spells.
It's horrible.
It's a library.
Yeah, they're not good. Because you should be careful if you're, I mean, I'll help if I can, but they're very powerful.
I'll put down my cutting utensils and milling some mint for some drinks. I'll just go over and put a hand on their cheek and brush their cheek, and hand cusping back the head, forehead to forehead, and just when we get where we're getting, maybe they can take that crystal out, and then you should find a safe place. Place away from all this, and I'll just work on magic. Forehead.
I think that's probably a wise decision. Thank you, Kazil. He'll start trying to busy himself to kind of, yeah.
I'll take with me.
All right. Tegan, what are you gonna up to?
Um, Probably helping out the unseen servants with the rigging and
Okay.
sails,
Cool.
and considering he has, coming from a leather tannery background, has a knowledge of repairing such stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dig in lore.
um, let's see here. Why don't you? Give me 1 second.
Teal Lapland. So much in there.
Yeah, why don't you make a sleight of hand check?
Sure.
Or yeah. Just in kind of or
22.
Okay,
The
that's
ropes
fine.
disappear.
We'll just say that that's fine. I was gonna say you could roll a survival check, either that or survival, but that's a good enough score. And yeah, you're able to help them out. It's a little strange helping out invisible things, but yeah, you do well. Juniper, you're helping with the navigation. Do you want to roll a survival check for me, please?
I do. 24.
Okay, yeah.
She wants out of this ocean, off this boat, out of this plane, and out of all of your lives.
Yeah, I would
Oh, poor
say
Judy.
Jesus. I would say with a 24
Alicia.
that you're able to yeah, you kind of get, you kind of look over some maps with Magdalene and
There are dotted lines on that right there.
little dotted lines. You
Where
look
the
over the
train
maps.
runs.
Go over the maps with Magdalene and kind of go over some other kind of charts that she has, star charts and that sort of thing. And it seems that she was correct, about a day's travel away. And you are able to see, looking at these maps, Juniper, that how there's kind of like a big X drawn kind of towards the top of the map of Dim Glimt, that kind of goes towards the top of the Northern Crown, to kind of show that area that she was talking about. And with your help, you're able to get on course and able to find your way, which way you need to go. And she'll kind of look at you and thank you so much, Juniper. That helped a lot. I mean, I know sailing, but I haven't really sailed on anything past, small bodies of water like this. So
It's my pleasure. I don't often get. It's been too long. Although it might be my last. It's been a very rough. It's been some rough seas. I'm glad to be at least helpful now and to get us out of this forsaken sea sooner than later. Yeah.
well, I'm
Thank you.
happy that you're here.
Oh, don't. I wish I could say the same. But just get us out of here, okay?
Sure. Yeah, we'll be in the Northern Crown by the end of the day. I mean, not the end of the day, by the end of a day. So.
Okay. How often do you make this trip? Is it I mean, will you be in port long, or do you just turn around and head back out?
No, I just kind of I came this way to kind of check on the dragon eggs over at the Mold Witch. Sometimes I just go and kind of check on the area where the place for, the entrance to Column and Z's plane, to make sure everything's okay there.
That must be their friends. I'm sure they know who that is. Sorry. not sure I follow, but
Oh, it's just to kind of, well, I mean, it's a very complicated thing that I understand. I mean, they're young where they are in their plane, but technically they're old. But I don't think that they're technically alive anymore. So, the way I understand it from, but I don't really understand sometimes when they explained it to me, is that they kind of exist only in that plane now. Because they're not alive here.
fascinating.
It's apparently a lot of magic, and it's probably one of the biggest spells ever, probably.
Or maybe, well, I won't think too much about that. Okay. That seems in line with Kazil and this group. I'm not even going to ask for more details because I'm sure I wouldn't. I just can't think about those things. Okay.
Well, thank you again. I think that, the servants can take it from here. It should be relatively smooth sailing. And hey, we should reach the turtles by nightfall, I would say.
The what?
Oh, yeah, there is some little, actually, it might be more in the morning. Probably in the morning. We'll see some turtles. There's a clan of turtles that kind of stay on some rafts a little ways out from the island.
Please come find me if I'm not above deck.
Okay. All right.
Please.
I can do that. I'll have to stop, slow the boat, and get some seaweed from them. Sometimes they have other stuff too, but they do do a lot of fishing and stuff, of course. But
okay, finally some good news. Okay. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not that good news.
No. Okay.
Kazil just
Went way below
we
decks.
learned we
Ooh.
just learned that like Kazil he loves everything and everyone except turtles. And he just
Yep,
fails.
totally could take it.
Mere
Gotta go.
mention.
The mere mention of let me see if I can 375.
Turtles in this campaign, I'm out.
I'm done.
And we're all trapped between planes on the camera. We'll be
The
back.
secret
No.
nemesis.
Hey,
Oh,
y'all,
no.
check out our Patreon and movie night coming up in June. Who knows what we'll watch?
We had a list of movies, but we'll probably forget
Nothing
by
with
the time we
turtles.
get to movie night.
I know, I keep going through them, reminding everyone all the crazy things I'm hoping for.
Oh look, I'm Stephanie's iPhone.
No, hello.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
Stephanie's
That's
iPhone.
what we
Everyone-
get.
Oh, I'm Kazil now. What's his accent?
Oh.
This is not his accent.
Oh, no, what is that?
Oh, what is he Irish or Scottish?
It's whatever.
Kazil
He's
was spy
Irish.
all along.
He's Irish.
Hey, I'm still Savar, thinking this.
Yeah.
It is like
everyone's-
Kazil.
Everyone's okay.
I
but-
do the bard thing. Ah,
Identify and place hands upon
Hey, look.
everyone.
someone that can do the love make. I mean, the massage.
Oh God.
This is what happens.
You have a
when your
pulse. Very
connection
nice.
Yep.
No.
Okay. All right. We good. We good. All right. Okay. So, let's see. That was Juniper. Zafar, what are you up to? What are you doing? You still talking to Renarius or anything special?
Poor guy, he just can't get away from me.
Literally, he can't.
Nope. He's being very kind,
What
I
were you saying
think.
is that you were able to control the weather, but you have no magical experience.
Indeed, I just I expressed myself. I told it to go away, and eventually, I mean, I saw some other people doing some things, and everyone, it was a group effort. But in the end, I sent it away with my words. Do you not understand? I've listened to people use magic and cast out their spells using words, but I have very minimal amount of magical ability. But the words, they have power all on their own. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll wake up tomorrow, it'll rain, and I'll say, "Stop raining, come out, sun." Maybe it will happen.
Jesus.
I mean,
I need
I've-
to apologize. I zoned out and missed half of that.
well, let me start over from the beginning.
Somewhere up in the rigging, Tegan is suddenly thinking about casting blindness, deafness on Rhaenyra. But he realizes it only lasts a minute, so poor guy's got to
Yeah.
suffer.
That's okay. Well, Rhaenyra, if you are comfortable, if you're not upset, I think I might actually go and see if I can help, just in case they need any assistance. But I don't want you to be alone or concerned. I will stay here with you, if that would make you feel better.
Oh, no. That is completely fine. Please, I would rather you be of some assistance to the ship and not be so concerned for my well-being. I do appreciate you wanting to entertain me and tell me your tales. They are quite fascinating.
Well, then I will no longer express them to you anymore.
What?
Thank you for. I mean, I know that you can't go anywhere, but I've really enjoyed just. Well, I haven't had anyone just sit there and listen to me telling me about my crazy stories. So, but yes, I will go and I'll go help somewhere. And but if I walk by and you need some more stories, just yell out. I'll come back.
Of course. Yeah, I will ask if needed. If I find myself bored in the next 10 minutes.
I wish that there was more that I could do besides just tell you stories, and I can't do anything. I can't give you anything to drink. But hopefully this will be over for you very soon, and you'll be free to do what you wish very soon. And I'll go. Who needs my help?
Okay. All right. So I think that, let's see, you were drying off. Kazeel, I would say at this time that you get the snacks and stuff ready. And I'll also say that, given another 5-10 minutes, Rhaenyra, the cage just kind of pops out of existence.
That is quite fascinating. And then I will go and see if anyone needs help with anything.
Okay. All right. And I'd say about this time, Kazeel, you're done with your preparation for the drinks and small snacks. So anyone that heads way downstairs, you'd be able to find that available.
Oh,
Imagine when Rhaenyra walks down, we're all like, "No!"
He made it. Yeah, I've got a whole spread. I've got all like easy to consume, like tomato salted tomato slices, and easy to consume veggies, some like brioche, and some toasted, like little panini things of bread, everything light, stuff that'll help soak up some of the booze, but nothing heavy, and a bunch of little saucers with little spreads that can go on top of the food. But the biggest things are, those big ass tubs with the nozzle on the tap on the front they're like tall rectangular tubs that hold like margaritas and all the different drinks. I've got like from the kitchen, kitchen of everything, like 4 or 5 of those set up with the big grapefruit slices lining the the interior of one, and like lemons and limes in another, and like a coconut split down the middle up against the face of the front of another, some watermelon sliced in another, and then a bunch of smaller glasses, those little, not pint ones, but they're like, they don't have a stem, of like ready to pour harder drinks with like a 3-rack thing of hard booze. And just spread with some wine, some Moscato.
Nice. Yeah.
No, don't stop there. Tell me more.
And this is for us after that, whatever the hell that was. Library getting uppity again, but here we are, all accounted for, relatively in one piece. I'll look over it and get asleep on the couch. Dig in, you need anything, let me know. I'll be right over there. I'm gonna go like lean and get up, and I'll sit down underneath and put a pillow on my lap and prop my head up on that.
All
And
right.
just kind of like, stroke her hair a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, she'll kind of readjust just a bit, but kind of still snoozing.
Sorry, we all get scurvy. I used all the oranges.
Magdalen's like, good thing we have some good supplies back at the Northern Crown.
Hope no one gets scurvy.
Kazeel believes these ingredients to be infinite at this point with this kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you can be totally wrong, but that's exactly what he's thinking. He's like, yeah, how about it, everybody?
There's no
It's
end.
magic.
The unseen services bring it up.
They have an unseen orchard. They have an unseen
God.
cattle.
Just one lone barrel left in it.
Magdalene would probably say during, kind of the drinking and the eating, like, I was telling Juniper that tomorrow morning we should run into a kind little tribe of turtles that stay out from the shore of the island.
Ooh, that sounds.
For a second I was like, what is this? But then I remembered.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I have to roll play every
Yeah, I have to buy a few things from them, but some seaweed. They usually have some seaweed for me, or for the island. Yeah.
That's lovely.
Uni's working her way down, getting food, getting drink. I don't know what a turtle is.
Oh, do you know what a turtle is?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that, but bigger.
And humanoid.
Oh.
Sentient.
Yes.
They're
Well, I
people.
mean,
We don't eat
turtles.
them.
I mean, turtles are sentient as well. They know what they're doing.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
but-
forgive me if you know any good turtles, but turtles are like people. Like they have a culture and a language, which I guess.
Oh.
I don't want to suppose that regular turtles, don't have that. What?
Turtle,
Yeah.
are you drinking?
No. Like just really push like a glass just away. No.
I didn't know you were so interested in politics.
Politics of
Is
turtles.
this politics? Oh no.
Oh no.
Is there a mayor of the town, the turtles?
They have
I like turtles.
a clan leader.
Oh,
Crotum is his name.
Croton.
Bro,
Crow.
wait.
That sounds like an
Crotum?
unfortunate name. I hope they don't
How-
get teased too much with that.
Oh,
do you
why would they
spell
get
that?
teased? Oh, I think it's Krodin.
Croton.
Oh. Oh, Daddy.
There's
Gotcha.
an N on the end of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to ask. It's just that, some of us are very new to this plane, and we've seen dandelions. We've seen mice who want to be authors, and we've seen this beautiful satyr. We've seen we've just seen so much, and not all of it has been awful. But anything in this ocean makes me a little nervous. So
Wow.
these are, you know these turtles, and
Yes.
they're not going to suddenly be a storm or undead or working for the
Vampire
library.
turtles.
Well, I don't know. They've always treated me well in the past. But I also didn't have you with me. I mean, not you in particular, but the entire
There she
group.
goes again.
Wow. I'm just pouring I'm just drinking. This is
You
not
know.
my fault. Just put your drink down. Okay. All right. I just never have. I'm just making sure.
Oh,
I just don't know what to make of this place, other than to just get out of here.
oh, well, I'm sorry that you. I mean, I hope you mean just the sea and not everything.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. Let's see what these turtles have to offer, and if we don't die terribly, I might change my mind.
Okay. I just said they've been fine in the past, so I don't think they're working for the library.
Wait, what? Who has that bag, anyways? Are we going to throw it overboard?
What-
What do we do?
what
do
bag?
we-
Oh.
The bag that got thrown on board with Renarius in his cage.
Oh, what was in that?
Right? What was in that?
I forget who did we end on having it? Was it Tegan?
Zavar had it, gave it to Tegan. And it
So be it. Tegan will pull out the bag. He had another red velvet bag, and inspect the contents, or maybe even dump the contents out on the table.
Well, all that's in there is just the gold emblem of the library.
Worried that they can track. I mean, we've tossed things for less, assuming that the library can track them. So
Well, we could put it in
Toss
the
it.
bag of holding.
Hey, that is a good idea.
Yeah, do you think
keep forgetting we have a bag of hold.
Mm.
do you think it's a
Slides another drink away.
do you think it's a sign? Like a threat?
Because the big scary storm elemental wasn't threat enough, it seems. But then again, they have proven that they like to, go over the top a bit.
It
They're a
feels
bit
like a
redundant.
reminder.
Just-
Yeah, gee.
Maybe just a calling card.
Hey, we're here. Don't forget it.
Oh, as if we could. As if we.
In case you thought some other city sent a giant evil storm after you, no.
Well, let's hope
I'm
they
gonna stop
don't.
drinking now.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't send anything else before we get to the Northern Crown.
Purple knocks on wood.
Mhm.
Or maybe they plan to throw a city in there as soon as we get on shore. We should probably be
I've never
careful.
yelled at a city before.
Oh God.
We might want to camp a bit once we get there, just in case
Hey,
because once we're on the island, they shouldn't be able to tell that we're there. But
hey.
they'll be able to maybe. They're able to track you, which I'm not sure, but it seems like they could if this elemental was sent by them. Or maybe it just found you. I don't know, but
Oh,
they shouldn't be
That-
able to. I don't think they can see us on the island. But if they can see you, they'll be able to see you going to the island. So what I'm worried about is we should probably, when we get there, I have a campsite just offshore. We should probably just stay there for a bit, like not long, just maybe a few hours. And then that way, if they decide that, if they can see you and, they're getting to the shore, let's drop a city on them. Yeah, I might want to take some precautions.
Sounds wise.
Do you have any way to message the people there? Let them know that we're nearby and a city might be falling around about.
I would rather not message them until we get closer, just in case something else lands before I do. It doesn't happen, but I just always like to be precautious about it because it's the last thing I want is for them to be compromised.
Ooh.
Speaking on speaking on that, and Ingot's still like sleeping off to the side, like she's still in this open
Yeah,
area.
she's still. In fact, her head's resting on Kazil's lap, but she still seems asleep. Yes.
Now, I'm not suggesting we do anything. I agree with your plan, Magdalene, but I mean, it's very possible the storm thing was coming for us, but it is, could they have been coming after Ingot specifically, and they were just hoping we were still with her? Because they knew the moment she, turned, and she said they were going to come after her, and she was the first one they tried to grab, if not for Kazil.
Sure, that would be good. Igard, you might want to share about. No, pat my chest. That might be pertinent.
Oh, yeah. I was telling Kazil that, because I was telling him that I also felt kind of pulled a bit when I went on the deck earlier with Ingot. When they were trying to take Ingot, I felt compelled to go towards the monster myself, but it stopped. But I was telling Kazil that I don't have as many crystals as Ingot does, but they did put one in my chest when I was recruited. They lied to me and said it was to help not get out of control. 'Cause sometimes my magic gets a little crazy. But I don't think that was true. Yeah.
Maybe they used the storm to try to reclaim what they think is theirs.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, you looked at the cage the lad too, and I think that he's probably out of all of us the prime target. Well, you are anyway, lad. Sorry, didn't mean to speak about you like you're not here. I imagine they're after you before any of them, more so even than us.
Yeah, but with that, that's also, he's probably also the safest one of us.
Yes. Well, I'm sure there should be some more answers, hopefully, when we get to the Northern Crown. We can talk to Nadriel and, the others that are there.
Mage has another drink over myself.
Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants. Well, I think I'm going to just go up and check on the ship one more time. Directions before I probably call it an early night.
It's good.
Y'all enjoy what you want here. And I'll see you in the morning. I would say it won't be before sunrise when we reach the Turtles, probably. But probably a little bit after.
Yes. Thank you, Magdalene, and I'm terribly sorry that helping us has put you and your ship and everything through so much as well.
Well, the ship has surprisingly hung on better than what I expected. So that's good. Thank you. I know that Rin would want me to help you as much as I can. So it's half for you and also half for him. But it's besides almost being capsized by a storm elemental and other things. It's been fun having other people aboard. I've enjoyed your company.
Enjoy yours.
And we appreciate everything you've been doing.
Thank you. She'll kind of nod towards Ingot. If there's anything that you need for her, just feel free to take it. There should, near the kitchen area, be a little first aid kit you can use. Okay. Good night. Well, I'm sure I'll see you in passing, but...
Gerbil will get. I'll go up with you, Magdalene. I just want to talk to you for a second.
Okay, sure. And Magdalene will go up top side.
Yeah. And Gerbil will follow her up top side. Then once we're up there, I just we hadn't really talked a whole lot about Shanad since you first let me know that she was safe in the Northern Crown. And I just want to say thank you again for doing that.
Of course.
Is she okay? Is she? I mean, did they do? I mean, anything real bad to her?
From what I can tell, from what I've heard, is that it doesn't seem like she was able to control her powers the way that they wanted her to. So they mistreated her a bit, but had her in a prison, in a cell, it seems, with some others. And they were in the process of transferring her or something, and she was able to outsmart them and kind of save some of her energy to kind of do a little burst of something. She didn't tell me what she did to escape, but she was on her way out when I found her, so I'm not sure if she would have made it, but I'd actually been in there trying to find another friend that actually had went to go and kind of travel or visit some family in Dim Glimt who had been staying at the Northern Crown, but I couldn't find them, so I think it was too late for them, but I was happy to find Shanad and a couple of others that were on their way out.
I'm sorry you cannot find your.
Thanks. Yeah, they'll pay one day, you know?
Since we were kind of discussing, did they put a crystal in Shanad?
I don't know. I never asked her.
I've been putting it off because I find it hard to not to get too much hope with what we're dealing with. So anyways, I have a sending stone to her mom.
Oh.
And I haven't talked to her yet. I was waiting until I saw her with my own eyes, but I think I should at least, probably give her a heads up. And I just wanted to double check to just assure myself that she is safe before I make that call.
Being in the Northern Crown, there is a 90% possibility that she is still safe, yes. The only issues we've had is if someone either left the island or got caught up in the cities out by the shore. But we usually try to keep the younger ones from going out there, so. She's made some friends since when I left.
That's good. I've kept you from your duties long enough. Thank you again.
Of course. Anytime, Triple.
Triple. Go back downstairs. And then,
Would you like me to say hi? Would you like me to tell Ren hi from you?
Yes.
I have a special sending stone that we had made.
Oh. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Tell him. I said hi. And I tell him sorry about the bugbears invading.
Oh.
I've never actually apologized for my brother's actions.
Why would you have to apologize, Triple?
I don't know. I still feel like that's my responsibility, that I've not been responsible for trying to manage. Sorry, I think I had one too many drinks. He had like 2 half sips.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like I need to say sorry for something. Anyways, thank you again.
Of course. She'll kind of. Good night, Triple.
Good night.
and go about her business. All right, we'll say that that's probably a good segue for a bio break. So in 10 minutes, well, for those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So join us back in about 10 minutes, and we will be here with some more adventure. Maybe we'll, as we get closer and closer to the Northern Crown, by each passing week. All right, give us 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Mics are hot. Because we are.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
Damn, Dan, you're making me hungry. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I ate dinner, but
Oh man, that was foodgasm. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a chill party in the suburbs.
I
Makes
think
me
the first
mad that that's not real
Yet.
yet.
I just need a nice, forsaken, chill food party, and then role playing costume would be great.
I love the actual Forsaken movie.
Oh yes.
She said it.
All right. I'm going to get some cereal.
Oh yeah.
BRB.
Did you?
Wink, wink.
What?
Did you eat?
What do you mean? I ate earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Wink, wink.
Oh yeah. It's if she takes the cereal back to the room and closes the door that I have to worry. That's all.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna go do a line of cereal. Okay, Steph. Cool.
Oh god, look at her. Oh god. No. Alright.
Man, she didn't even hear that one. Her headphones were totally off.
Oh, what a bummer.
Fine. We're enjoying it without.
Awesome.
All right.
was the cereal stuff?
What?
How was the cereal?
Cereal was great. It was like peanut butter puff.
You got a
Mhm.
little cereal like on your nose.
What?
That's incredible.
I do not. I don't have any cereal on my nose. I didn't even use a spoon then. I just poured into a bowl with the milk and just completely ate it out.
Heated the spoon.
Yeah. Cinnamon Coat Crunch. Cinnamon Crunch, that sounds delicious. I haven't had Cinnamon Toast Crunch in forever. Are we eating some Pocky?
Yeah. No.
Alright. Good Mason. I know he went in the room.
Zavar's a bag.
Oh yeah. Probably another head. It's probably
Oh,
the head
no.
the head that it was
Another
in
one?
Jonathan that was in Gerbil's bag.
Oh yeah.
He dug it up after Gerbil
Zavar
left the
dug it up
field.
and put it back in a bag.
Oh no.
And then you got
Wait,
paid
what?
to
I wasn't
deliver
paying
it.
What happened?
Oh, nothing,
Zavar
Jonathan.
is your
It's
white
fine.
head in a bag.
Yeah. Zavar stole the head, put it back in a bag.
Mhm.
Yes, Jonathan? What part of that doesn't make sense?
Uh,
You're so
What?
speechless.
I'm
All right.
dealing with a lot right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's get back. Let's get
I
back
can't.
going.
Uh,
1, 3, 2, 1. We're back! Welcome. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back, players. We're here yet again with our beautiful faces.
You can't get rid of us.
You can't get rid of us. It's now, this channel is now the Forsaken all the time. Like, every night.
Just me telling stories that you can't get away from.
All right.
Gerbil being on.
Yeah.
I love it.
Gerbil, like, we'll have a whole hour of Gerbil just having awkward conversations. Like a
Mhm.
awkward TED talk.
Mhm.
With a little teacup of margarita.
All right.
Hmm.
So, Magdalene finishes up like her stuff and pretty much does her early bedtime. Gerbil, what are you doing after your conversation with Magdalene?
He would come down, I assume it wasn't everyone's still probably down there, right?
Oh yeah, the conversation didn't take but like 10 minutes, 15, maybe 20. Well, I mean, it was
Great.
a short conversation, so yeah.
That lasted 20 minutes.
Oh, about, yeah, 15, 20, sure.
Yeah, he's gonna come down and he's he's about to say goodnight to everybody, but he's gonna look at Junie and can we talk?
You see Kazil's eyes, just like.
What's happening?
I like how she takes a drink first.
No.
Lucky I didn't reach over and grab Zavar's flask. Yeah, it looks like Zavar's got a conversation handled down here. And everyone's just enjoying their night. Can't talk here, huh? Sure.
Awkward conversations with Gerbil. Start now. No, this is the hour long. I stuck it in already. No.
Woohoo.
Oh.
Gerbil. We can talk anywhere, but I just you can be honest.
Wait, are we talking here? Like at the table, or are we?
No, I imagine we walked to the
Okay.
side.
Yeah. Let's.
We can talk somewhere.
Let's go up deck.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to. No, I'm not ready.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go up deck. So.
I
The
need my drink. Hold on. She just runs back downstairs and grabs her.
and she never comes back up.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah. She'll grab whatever teacup he was probably drinking nothing out of and brings it back.
So, how are you doing? Are you okay?
Oh, that's
You up?
what you have. Oof. Oh wow, that's what you wanted. Oh, Gerbil.
Tuck her hair behind her ear when you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm back. I just watched my own ship, sink to the bottom of this ocean again, for what it's worth, again, and I was very, very much convinced that I could hear the screams of my former friends, crew, family, lovers. Not very convinced that was the case. I was ready to just let that ship sink, Gerbil, and then we saw a kraken and a whale and a jail cell and a note from the library that suggests that maybe the first time my ship sank was, she's just pacing now, she's just like, the first time that my ship sank, that maybe they did it on purpose, and that means that everything in my life has been orchestrated by the library. And now I'm on a ship in the middle of an ocean that's the shallowest place I've ever been, and it doesn't make any sense. And we're I'm fine. I'm fine. And she just leans against the railing. I can't answer that. Ever since I stumbled onto this plane, it's been, everything just is turned upside down. So sometimes I'm sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. I mean,
She's drinking.
this shit's messed up. I'm not exactly the embodiment of healthy dealing with things. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I wish I knew what to tell you to comfort you. Gerbil kind of smirk. Sorry.
So just reach out and just, pat him on the fur. It's okay. It's okay. If you believe it or not, I used to be really good at comforting people. But I think that sort of fell off when I came to this plane too, so it's okay.
Dribble will take her hand if she lets him. I know I'm very awkward. But it's I'm a mess. And right now I really need to make sure Shanad gets home safe. And
Oh, right.
that would involve, you know, trying to get her back to Osbergen, to her mother. And I don't know I don't have a plan. I just know that that's what I need to do for her sake. But I know you still desperately want to leave this plane, and I know. I mean, we still got to deal with library shit and everything. I'm just saying, you know, you could come with me to Osbergen to take. If you're looking for a way out, you know.
I think I'd be more worried if you did have a plan, Sherville. So, well, thank you
So-
for telling me that you intend to leave this place at least.
Oh no, yeah, no. This place freaks me out too. I talk to a whale. I don't talk to whales. I'm a
You don't talk to
bugbear,
people.
and yet I keep doing it.
I don't. Right?
What's wrong with me?
Uh,
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. And to be completely transparent, I also feel like I eventually need to deal with, you know, evil brother taking over the world, killing people. I probably need to deal with that. Yeah.
okay.
But I know I just said about good at comforting, but if you need to talk to somebody, other than, I mean, whoever I've seen you talking to when you're alone, you can talk to me.
Okay, you notice that. Okay. Well, then that means I can trust you. If you haven't mentioned that to anyone else, thank you. Okay. I would like that. She just squeezes his hand a little and like looks out at the ocean. It's a mess. This whole thing's a mess. But I will take you up on talking soon. And I promise I'll explain some things. And I know that it's hard to make plans of anything right now, all things considered. But if you were to leave for Osbergen, I would go with you. It's hot up here. It's really warm on this deck. I mean, whatever. Okay. I should go. I'm gonna go. And she's like gonna try and pull away, but
Dribble will hold on to her hand just a little bit longer than let her go.
here's your teacup, and she'll just go downstairs. Just going downstairs. I have to think about. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Good talk. Good talk.
Her tail's just wagging just a slight bit, and she's making her way back down below deck.
Dribble will just stand there holding the cup, and then he'll look at the ocean and like take a sip of it. Realize that it's just,
Empty teacup.
and then he'll go downstairs and he wants to do something else, but he'll let someone else.
Sorry.
Oh, that was wonderful. Don't be sorry. It's
What
fine.
on earth are you sorry for? That line. Oh, if you left for
Aw.
Bergen tomorrow, I would go with you. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's just allergies, okay?
just allergies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you died, I would
Salt
carry you
spray
back
from the
to
ocean.
Nice.
All right. So, Tegan, what are you doing?
Oh, after the snacks and the activities and the drinks, he would probably go up once more up on deck, give everything a quick look. Look over, I guess it's nighttime now. Give the night stars a good look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's falling night. Yeah, it's still, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
And maybe, falling into a habit, goes up to the crow's nest for a bit. Just to take it all in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Go to the crow's nest. Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. 26.
Okay, yeah, I would say that you're able to see, as you kind of look out into the night, because you have dark vision, you're an elf.
Yeah.
You can see a bit of the, what you would assume is probably the island. So you see some trees and some cliffs, and this very kind of interesting glow beyond the island. That's kind of like pinks and blues. I mean, you already see that kind of, I think, in the night sky here as well anyways, but this is kind of a little bit different.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll, upon seeing that, I will grab a rope, slide on down to the deck, and whoever's at the helm, I guess it might be an unseen servant at the helm,
Yeah.
goes to tell the unseen servant. I'm like, oh, there's nobody really to tell.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
it just kind of moving. It'll kind of pause for a second, like as you approach, like almost like someone like stopping to kind of like look over their shoulder and then we'll just start back.
And I'll just go below, and whoever's is still in the dining room, I'll let them know that I've sighted all far off into the distance the beginnings of an island, the islands. Not too much longer.
I feel like Junie would have rushed back to her room so she doesn't get this news.
Okay. Yeah, Juniper, in your room. Tegan, do you do anything else before bedtime?
No, he'll head off to meditate.
Okay. All right. So you head off. Rhaenyra, what are you up to? Free from the cage, food and drink in your
After I
belly.
was freed from my prisons,
Mhm.
I would have eaten some food, and I guess it would be getting late. Like the Kazio cooked like a proper dinner, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so after I'd ate, I'd be feeling tired, but I think before bed I'm going to do some scrying.
Okay.
I can do that, and I always forget. And I always have spell slots left over, so I should really. Anyway, I am going to scry on Column. I want to see what Column's up to.
Okay.
Sorry.
Getting that Z, yeah.
Schrodinger's
I know recently we've tried scrying on Zenfried to no avail, so.
Dan, I'm gonna send you a message asking you something.
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
just
just
said-
a DM question.
No, no, you're fine.
Kazil.
I
Also,
Adam broke the game.
Oh, that's okay. Let me type something up because there's a little bit of a technicality.
Okay. Sorry.
No, fine.
There's a bit of a, well, also apologizing to the viewers. While you're
What's
typing
Savar
that up.
doing?
Oh, yeah, let me go to someone else. Savar, what are you up to?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna go find the door to my room
Okay.
and make sure it's the door to my room.
Sure. I mean, do you feel like you had as much to drink tonight as you did the other night?
No,
Okay.
and I'm being careful and it's like, okay,
Okay.
this one's mine.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, I've got my bottle. Maybe I'll like, toss a little of my drink on there. Maybe it'll make a little mark
Yeah.
to help me next time.
Okay.
Sniff it out next time I've drank too
All
much.
right. Okay. Don't
You know.
try to write anything on the door. Just throw alcohol
No,
on it.
just
Sure.
kind of,
Okay.
toss a little on there. No big deal. Actually, I think with the events of the day, I think Savar's just gonna go right into his room. Now I think about it. It's like, It's like, look for something to do. It's like, no, I'm going in. And no matter what time of day it is, I know it's getting, dinner time, light time, whatever. I think I'm just gonna turn in.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you've had a little bit of food with the, with what Kazil and
Yeah.
Igad did.
And a
little bit of
crazy day.
drink. Big day. So yeah,
Mhm,
you're
mhm.
able to go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, back to Rhaenyra's. Rhaenyra, so you do the scrying on, it was Column, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't go through.
Okay.
Sending busy signal.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. With that, Renarius will get some sleep because he's still kind of exhausted.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see, Tegan, you were doing your stuff. Savar, Gerbil, was there anything you were doing?
yeah. Once Gerbil went back, when he went to his room, first he would have made sure Tulip was good.
Tulip is
Um,
doing okay.
He'll kind of sit and scratch Tulip's like neck, and then while he's petting Tulip, he's gonna take out his holy symbol to Alistair and just do a general just pair of thanks for letting us be alive through all the crap that happened, and for the discussions afterward, and guidance for the future, and just also Shanad's safe and everything's okay before he does this next thing, and he'll pull out his crystal ball of telepathy, and he's gonna scry on Shanad, just just to get eyes, make sure she's fine. He's still very
Okay.
dope.
All right. So Dribble, make a religion check before we do the scrying, please.
Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 19.
Nice. So Dribble, you have a small window in your room, and for a moment you see what looks like a silvery moth kind of pass by the window. If you go out and you kind of like look out, you see the moon, one of the moons in the distance. There are two in these skies. You see one of the moons in the distance, and it looks so much brighter than it did before when you were just up on deck. There seems to be almost a beam of moonlight shining down on what looks to be an island in the distance, in the direction that the ship is most likely. You have to strain a bit because it's kind of towards the front of the ship, so it looks like that's where the ship is sailing. And you can see kind of the moth kind of flutter back into view and looks like it's flying away towards the island, I should say.
Cool. He sits down with his
And you feel
crystal
good.
ball.
You feel like that you're on the right track.
He's still gonna scratch it. He feels hopeful, feels
Okay.
good,
Okay, sure.
but still.
Absolutely. All right, so you go into scrying. You go into Shanad. This is you.
Do I roll or do you roll?
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. Oh. Yeah. What condition you have to it? Oh, okay. I would say that it. Okay. You feel that it easily goes through Gerbil. And so yeah, so it seems like it's dark outside. You know, it seems like it's outside. But you're kind of looking into a colorful tent. That seems to have a very warm candlelight. And there seems to be another tent kind of beside it. So it seems to be amongst a few. And you can see Shanad sitting on sitting on like a little like ground mat, like a bed, the pillow, very happily talking to another child about the same age, so around 11, 12, with this tanned skin and brownish tan, like brownish red hair. And yeah, I would say you're within 10 feet of the target. You can hear as well. Yeah, it seems like she stays there. It's about how much long does it last? For 10 minutes. So if you keep it up for the entire 10 minutes, she just has she's just having a conversation with this other child. Again, the other child has that skin, the hair, and they're just talking about just the day. I think that Shanada probably, ask about Magdalene. I wonder when Magdalene's going to get back. And The other seeming female child is, seems a little bit more serious. Like, oh, I'm sure, I'll be back soon. And Shanad will ask, do you think that we can go up to the temple tomorrow? Yeah. I think that would be, yeah, we definitely can. And see the cats? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. And they'll start getting ready for bed. In like separate mats on like either side of the tent.
There, it's okay. Derval will feel much better
Okay.
than he's probably been in a good bit.
Good.
Also, I don't know if Derval would know. We're on a different plane. Is time zones a thing? Is it like late at night in Osbergen right now? Like,
I mean, you don't really know like how the time differs in between this plane and the other.
he's gonna go ahead while he's awake and while he knows he feels good. He's gonna send a message to Aqua and just,
Okay.
it's Gerbil. I'm sorry it's been so long since I messaged you, but Shanad is safe and I should be with her within the next day, and I will bring her back to you. That's all.
It'll be a couple of moments, Gerbil, but you'll hear Aqua come back. Wait. Sending does work through different planes, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. For a second, I brain fart. You'll hear in Aqua's voice, Gerbil, I can't thank you enough. Stay safe, whatever you do. Thank you for finding her. Bring her home.
Gerbil's just gonna take another deep breath and just, because in the back of his mind he was like, because he still was like, something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna make sure she's alive before I,
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows what Steph will do to break my heart? Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. And with that, he'll lay back in bed, and he'll let Tulip like curl up like on his chest.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's all his fur.
Tulip's
And,
all about it. Mm-hmm. Kind of
and
like do the
Gerbil-
whole like circle thing
yes,
and then lay down.
cotton pick. Like,
No, I
you-
don't think a griffin does that. No, but it'll do the circle
Aw.
thing.
Aw. I get you. And yeah, anyway, yeah. Gerbil's probably gonna have, he's gonna, he thinks he's gonna have the best sleep he's had in a long time.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Raiders, Knights of Silver Moon. I didn't say it earlier, but thank you, Vector, for your raid as well. You're the best. Hearts. I can't. There we go. So bad at it. All right. Kazeel, I'm sorry that it took me so long to get to you. What do you want to be doing?
Just doing my mending with my amulet.
Okay.
And I'm so eager to get to the Xylon already, so I'm just gonna get up and take Inga, carry her to her bed.
Okay. Yeah.
Extra pillow or two, fluff them up,
Okay.
glass of water on the table, tuck her in, and just brush her hair off her forehead, and make sure she's comfy, boots off, and let her go to sleep.
Okay. as you're about ready to turn away from Ingot, Kazil, she'll kind of tug on your sleeve. You stay.
Ooh. But
If you
I
want.
will keep you company. No, I know we've been through quite a bit. I'll stay. Make sure you stay safe tonight.
She'll
Sit
give
down
you
on the floor.
another pat on the arm and kind of turn over and go to sleep.
Just sit on the floor, back up against the bed, reach my hand back and pet the back of her hair.
Okay.
She
Okay.
wants to sleep. That'll just eventually fall asleep on the floor there.
All right. So that's the end of our night. Unless anyone has
Actually,
any...
hey,
Oh,
Steph?
nope. Go ahead.
I want to do one thing before
Sure.
the night's over.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So laying in bed trying to fall asleep, just thinking about everything. Savara gets a mildly wild idea.
Mm-hmm.
Reaches. I want to reach into that bag and pull that box that I brought with me that had that stuff magically popped into at one point.
Yes.
I want to root around in my bag and grab a little scrap of something and just write a little note. 'Cause I'm still not sure how that works. And just a note that just says, "Who are you?" And I want to put it in that box and then shut it and then just put it away.
Okay. All right. You do that.
Okay.
And I will make a note. Okay. All right. So the rest of you, as everyone settles in for either they're trancing or they're sleeping, you have a good night's rest. No bad dreams. And wake up the next morning. And wake up the next morning. Yeah, Ingot's still out cold, Kazil. Breathing,
Okay.
but still
Not
seemingly,
cold.
seemingly
Not cold.
just very exhausted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fix her blankets, fluff a pillow, refill her water bottle, a couple of ice cubes in there.
Okay. And the rest of you, when you come out, you'll see that it seems like that the helpers have created some nice little, some food for you. Not quite as good as, were you getting up early to do food, Kazil, or no? Okay, so so Kazil would have
Take
helped with the
advantage of
food,
the
so it's the
It's
same.
infinite food supply.
The infinite food supply. You can tell, Kazil, that like while there's still a lot there, like it's definitely not refilling itself.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, someone definitely likes to make sure that the ship is stocked, but
Nice.
yeah, it definitely doesn't just reappear the
me.
next morning. No. Yeah. All right. So there's some food out. Anyone want to do anything between getting up and getting some food? Okay.
I have nothing to do today.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed and get to the island.
All right.
That's-
I would
that's
say Magdalene would
Kazil.
probably eat something, head upstairs, not too long after probably the sun breaks, and we'll come to you, Junie. We're getting close to the turtles. We're going to start slowing down soon.
All right. Right. Okay. I'm gonna grab my breakfast and head up to the top deck.
Stopping at the stove. At the turtle.
Mm,
I'm really not sure.
We'll cast water breathing on everyone over breakfast.
Okay.
No,
All right.
As we do.
it's gotta
Oh,
be
yeah.
done.
Don't even question it anymore. It's like we've seen the usefulness.
You've seen it. You've seen it.
Yep, it works.
It's a great t-shirt.
What?
What's-
like just like something water breathing.
Yeah.
like a T-shirt for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Question:
Yes.
What's the earliest any of you other people would have been up by?
Ooh,
Oh,
Zavar. I mean, Kazil would have been up pretty. What time do you think, Kazil?
Maybe around 6:30, between 6 and 6:30.
And Tegan, what were you saying?
Yeah, Tigger would probably get, since he only needs 4 hours of meditation, he'd probably just, rolled out about, same time.
Okay.
Okay. At least by sunrise,
Okay.
I'm trying to get up as early as possible. Do something a little different than normal. I'll go. Either they would have seen me go up to, or they'll see me later. I'm gonna go sit at the bow of the ship, and basically look like I'm in meditation of some kind, and
Yeah.
just staying there for a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So, Magdalene would kind of come downstairs and be like, "We're almost to the turtles. If anyone wants to come up, Juniper." And she'll go back up, so you'll hear a few people kind of come up topside as a bar, and feel this ship, and everyone will probably be able to feel this ship kind of come to a slow stop as you pull up beside these several rafts with a bunch of turtles on them. It seems like they've made some tents, and these aren't like small little rafts. These are pretty big ones that they've seemed to be made out of trees, branches, that sort of thing. There also seems to be a little bit of like interesting debris kind of tied in there as well. Yeah, it just seems like there's about, I would say, let's just roll. Okay, well, that's not it. It's about 10 different rafts. I rolled a 1, and I was like, no. There's about 10 different rafts there. Yeah, one
The
big
turtle
raft. 10 different rafts there that they seem to be habitating on, with different tents and stuff. And as they come to a slow stop, Magdalene will kind of throw like a rope ladder over the side, and kind of head over, and get pretty close, or actually get close enough, and then they'll kind of bring one of the rafts closer to her, closer to the boat, so she can just climb down to the raft. Anyone that's around, she'll be like, if you want, you can come down as well. They don't mind visitors who are, with me. And so she'll head down.
I'm so curious, and I really want off this boat for a few minutes. So, I'm going with Magdalene. She's not really talking to anyone in particular, but just sort of talking to herself and following.
Gerbil will
Marius will also follow.
be by her and also go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get
Okay.
down too.
Yep, Tegan will
Okay.
scramble down the rope.
Okay. All right. So you're able to kind of, not too much room to stretch your legs out, but seems like mostly like not a living raft. Like there's no, like, there's one tent on there, but there's no, like, it doesn't seem like that there are several tents like on the other rafts that you see, kind of clustered around. Some of them are tied together. But this older turtle, they're seemingly older, that kind of has a wrap kind of outfit on with some greenery growing out of a shell, and this big staff will come over and kind of present a bag of seaweed to Magdalene. And also will roll out this canvas or this fabric that has other things in it. Like, it looks like sea glass that they've maybe made into necklaces, bracelets, and some other found objects from the ocean that they've created into things. Carved driftwood into like little figurines. But Magdalene will give, it looks like, exchange some gold with the one turtle for the seaweed, and also with another bag that looks like maybe some clams or something. And she'll kind of, it looks like working with some of her helpers to try and get this stuff up there, and she'll exchange some gold for it. So there's a few bags of things that she takes from these people and exchanges with gold.
Well, basically, we're not on land. We're on rafts.
You're on
that are-
rafts, yeah.
That they came out to meet the ship with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not that ship. So it's got to be better.
Yeah.
Do they have, will they trade with us, or do we have to
Oh,
give you our order, Max?
if you're wanting something from the roll here, I think he presented this because he sees that I brought visitors with me. So he's already showed me these, but they do take gold. They have a turtle kind of go into one of the closest cities, which isn't very close. Takes them a few days, apparently, but or you can trade objects for them as well. Are you interested in something?
I mean, of course I want to get out of here soon, but it's a nice. Yes. If it doesn't take up too much time, I know we're all ready to get away.
Oh, sure.
But what do I mean, sort of wandered in here on accident. I don't have much, but she'll kind of dig through her backpack and I'm not going to ask you to catalog things, but
Sure. Well, what do you?
Gerbil will.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What catches Gerbil's eye?
Mhm.
Okay. If someone's looking for the items, make a perception check, please.
Ooh. I used up all my good rolls already today. That's a 4.
Okay. All right.
Oh, don't you have an
Um,
inspiration?
Oh, I
You
do.
do have
I'm not wasting that on a
inspiration.
natural 2. I'm
You
not
are-
wasting inspiration on a natural 2.
Got a half hour. All
Okay,
right.
I'll say that, Gerbil, you
Oh.
see, as you're looking through this, it's all kind of glints and kind of distracts your eye. But you do see this very interesting piece of stone that looks like a nose. It's in the shape of a nose, and it's very heavy.
Got your nose.
Like how big?
Like the size of a
Like-
nose, of a
Like
humanoid
a actual
nose.
nose, like a humanoid
Yeah,
human.
yeah.
Gerbil, I'm not sure your taste really that's
What do you
I
mean?
wanna look.
No, it's just
I
like
wanna-
was holding it open.
oh god. I want to look. Jeez. I want to make a perception check.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. I have to be able to do better than this. 17.
17. You do find a like a bracelet that seems to be made out of bone, and it has a couple of names carved into it.
Oh god.
You also see an intricate butterfly, like a piece of sea glass carved into a butterfly.
Mhm.
They have some stones in there, including a piece of jade. And also, you see looks like a mask carved out of bone.
At the risk of looking incredibly creepy in front of everyone else, she'll look at the mask. And you said there was a bracelet with names carved into it?
Yes, there's a bracelet made out of bone that has 2 names carved into it.
Will the turtle let me read the names? Is he gonna snap at me?
Sure. No. What languages can you speak?
Oh, that's a
read?
great question. Not just Common, Infernal, and Sylvan.
You can't read this language.
Oh, I don't have Tome of. Nope, wrong warlock. This is such an okay. Well, Gerbil, what about this butterfly? Maybe not. I mean, not for you. But I mean, you haven't seen this Shanada in a long time. Maybe you should bring her something. I mean, obviously you're gifted enough, but yeah, she's a young girl. They anyways, I don't know. You should get her something.
You're good. You're right. You're right. He's still awkwardly holding the nose.
Yes, like, but not that. Put
Set
that
it-
back.
Set it down.
Put that.
Do I recognize the nose? No, it's not.
It's a very kind of pointy nose. Not really a flat, like a flat or a wide looking nose, but a little bit more skinnier and pointier. Which you don't recognize who it's from.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look at the butterfly that Ginny pointed out.
Do you want to buy or trade?
Probably buy, because I don't think I have much of anything you'd probably want. Unless do you want a hammer or a crowbar?
What is a crowbar?
It's a very heavy bar. Which probably isn't the best thing to have out on the ocean.
May I see?
Oh yeah, Gerbil will pull out his crowbar that he's carried around forever.
We can use as anchor.
I
I would trade.
Yeah.
Trade it is. He'll give like a small little bow and present you with the little butterfly carved glass piece, and some little piece of colored fabric.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. And he'll hand it over to someone. Anything else? For a friend.
What's the story with the nose? Stone nose.
I believe it is preserved.
No.
Like it's not a statue. That was someone else's nose.
I believe so.
Gerbil just like wipes his hand on his.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But it will keep for many years. If you
Maybe next
need.
time. I'll bring it back another crowbar.
Sounds good.
What the mask? No. The bracelet. Can you read this? The name. There's writing. Do you read this?
Are you asking me if I can read the bracelet?
Yes.
I
Or Gerbil.
cannot.
Okay.
Gerbil will take a look at it. Gerbil can speak Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
You cannot read it.
Ah.
You've probably seen Gazelle use comprehend languages too.
All right. Of course.
Does
How are you
Kazil
going to
come
woo
down?
everyone?
Exactly.
Kazil.
Does it come down?
Kazil.
I did, yeah. Oh, hey. Oh,
Hey.
that's a nose.
Yeah, it is a nose. Don't touch it.
Oh.
Uh,
You don't recognize that nose, do you?
You do. There's no way.
Kazil looks at it in a certain light. Oh, I remember that nose.
No. Can you?
Cold December night.
What's that? A bracelet?
Yeah, the turtle. Just wanted something to remember this incredible journey by. But there's some writing on this, maybe some names, but
Ooh.
Durgal and I can't. We what?
Sure. Hey, I can just a moment, and I'll cast a spell, and yeah, I'll understand the literal meaning of any spoken language I hear. I can also understand any written language that I see.
Okay.
But I have to be touching the surface on which the words are written.
It appears to be 2 names.
There's 2 names.
Did you want me to put in general chat or?
No, you can say it. It's fine.
Well,
But
okay.
maybe put it in chat after.
I'll
too.
put
Yeah,
it in chat as well.
For
So
spelling.
the names are Eltras Largebrand and
Large
Bella
brand.
Craigblade, and
Okay, please.
the what it's written in is Dwarven,
Oh, this is dwarvish.
and that's it. It's just 2 first and last names.
Any? Can I tell if there's any magic coming off of it, like any Arcana vibes? I am proficient in Arcana, in case that makes a difference.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
That's 16.
Yeah, you don't feel. Just seems like a bracelet that was carved into.
Do any sense any magic? There's a lot much better at that. But it's written in dwarvish and just the 2 names. I'll pass it back.
Okay. So, how about the mask? Is there any writing on the mask?
Nope, no writing on the mask.
Okay. It
Any
seems yeah. What Kazil said. I should know better than to pick up things before checking for magic.
Are you trying to sense?
No.
Are
Just the
you,
Arcana thing. Like,
you-
you know, it's like a basic.
so you're
doesn't have any
you're
magic.
doing that, Kazil? Or is
Okay.
Juniper? Whoever's doing it, he's gonna roll an Arcana check, please.
Oh, okay, that's better. What was it? +5. 23.
Okay. There is a bit of magic coming off of this Kazil, but it seems very, very old. And it's yeah.
There's some magic, and I'll just use my spell slot to cast Identify.
Tortoise
Let me just
very
make sure I
patient.
still have the. Yeah, I do. That's just a first level spell.
So it seems to be part of the Evocation School of Magic. And it seems to just, there's no particular spell tied to it, but it does have something to do with your dreams, and it's not good. I'll give you that much.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it imbued with magic? Because I also learn if it's imbued with magic, you're learning the properties, how to use them, and whatever magic or spells are affecting it.
I mean, there's
stuff
no
like that.
spell affecting it. I mean, it is
Okay.
imbued with magic, but it's not necessarily a spell, as it is just something old that seems to have a negative effect on dreams. I'll give you that much.
are you sharing that with us, Kazil, or is that
Hey,
staying?
It's I can't get a good read on it for some reason, but it has magic. It's it affects your dreams in some sort of negative way. So you don't even want to sleep with it.
Sure.
I'm sending you a message. Just
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It seems a shame to leave this bracelet here. These 2 names on it, trapped in the middle of this ocean where no one can appreciate it anymore. So she'll pick up the bone bracelet and ask the old tortoise, Tortle, buy, trade.
would you like to buy or trade?
Charles traded with a crowbar. Trade?
What
Trade.
would you
Hmm.
trade for the bracelet?
Let's see. Something. Yeah, I've got any number of precious gemstones in the bottom of my bag here that I've picked up along the way. And she'll, of course, if I had taken better notes, I could give you what that was. But I know I've picked up gemstones.
Very specific.
Very specific. Oh yes, gemstones. Let's see. Nope, I have no memory of them.
The cheapest.
Maybe they can use torches. Whatever it is you go to tree, I'm sure it'll work. And I'll give you inspiration in case you have to like try and do something.
Yeah.
Do a D10 right now, yeah.
Perfect. Let me just look.
Here's the nose I just found.
Oh no. Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? I have an extra sword in here. Who knew? I'm gonna take a short sword out of my inventory. I don't need 2 of these. And maybe you can use it, Anchor? And she'll bring her short sword out. She have an extra one.
This is a decent trade. We will trade again. And he'll present you with the bracelet and like a colored piece of cloth.
Thank you. The strip's getting better. Okay. And she's just gonna kind of run her hands over the bracelet and okay. All right. Dribble, you've got your seed glass. Kazil, have you looked? I don't
Does
know.
anyone else want anything?
Lad, do you think I'm gonna go over and like face the opposite direction next to Renarius? Do you think lean down? Do you think that you could use your magic detection and see if there's anything like magically worth it here?
Yes, I can do that. And my baby just woke up, so
okay,
role
yeah,
play
yeah.
that for me. Thanks.
Okay.
Pretarius has a baby?
Surprise, Regina!
Oh
Been busy.
no.
Oh gosh.
Regina the mama.
Oh gosh. That makes saving the thing we did say for Bible verse.
We know.
Okay.
Oh, I did find my stones, but
Oh, nice.
maybe next time. I have good garnets and blue quartz and a riding wizard I no longer have.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay. All right. You. Let's see here. Give me 1 second.
I would have blown an action, a spell slot to do it in 1 action, detect magic.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So sorry. I usually am able to just pull this stuff up immediately, but the thing that I usually use is not cooperating, of course.
Doing some cereal right now.
Wow. I would say that you you do find a interesting shovel that seems to have some magic coming off of it. Other than that, I'm just gonna say no because all of my resources are not helping me right now.
All right. Well, I will cast
Sorry.
Identify on the shovel.
Okay. The shovel, when using it, you gain +1 to intelligence.
So you can see.
All right. Well,
Better suited for charisma.
What
Shovel
what
of shit.
Oh, you also see a tiara that illuminates as well.
oh, thank you again, lad. And I will, because I would look pretty with your. I'll
constitutes
cast
using
identify on that too.
Okay.
That's
For this little, like, it's kind of scuffed up a bit. Looks like it's been underwater for a while. A couple of gems are missing, but it says that you get from this item that whoever wears it can spend an action removing all failed death saving throws from a target within 5 feet of them. And that's only useful. You have to roll for it to use it again the next day.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, these two things I'd like to trade for, if that's all right.
What will you trade?
Well, let's see what I
I'm
have.
sorry, I just immediately.
You got a box with the
It's
heart in it.
Kazeel. Oh gosh.
Have here an antique horn. It's an instrument, but it's also helpful in calling others to your aid or sending signals when needed to others.
Are you trading a freaking horn of Valhalla?
No, just a horn.
Okay.
Oh, I
It's
was
just
about
a
to say, I
horn.
was like, wait.
I was like, wait a minute.
They
That's like-
seem to not be able to tell what's magic.
That's like one of my
So I just-
favorite D&D
Oh.
items. Sorry,
So
I
you're
had a little
lying.
bit of a
You're lying.
brain break there for a second.
Nice,
I
nice.
was thinking the same thing. I was like, I mean, a shovel that gives +1 intelligence. Amazing.
Bad
But-
trade, David. Yeah. So a horn, as well as, since we're trading for 2 items, just for your consideration.
Yes.
Do you find yourselves getting up to too much writing? I have this fine quill, holds quite a bit of ink, and seen many hands, many ages. This has been used. Has a bit of the spirit of each person that's used it, imbued.
Don't do much writing ourselves, but we can trade.
Well, I hate to part with these, but Magdalene says that you're all trustworthy folks, and here you are with some goods that I need, and hopefully you can use these.
He will check the ink quill to see how much ink is inside.
Okay. Oh, it's the quill. It's the quill that and the.
Oh, did
little
you not
ink
say there
thing
was
that
an
comes
ink
with it.
well or no? Just the quill?
Well, I said the quill itself has like a reservoir, I think.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
if not, then that's fine.
that's okay.
I'll put
That's okay.
the vial in too.
That's all right. You what?
I'll put the vial up for trade as well. The vial that holds the. ink.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If it doesn't. work
He
right
would
away.
ask, do you have ink for the pen?
It's a full ounce instead of a half ounce. That's typical, and it's full currently. I topped it off. It's relatively fresh ink.
I will take that in trade as well, if that is acceptable to you.
Oh, good. Oh, you drive a hard bargain, but I think we did good here today, helping one another out.
Here, I will throw in an item as well, and he'll
Oh, okay.
give you a he'll also he'll kind of wrap the items and put them in a kind of wrap them together. He'll include a piece of jade with that, and let's see. Yeah, he'll just include the jade. Sorry.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you kindly. Now, do you if I come across someone and I want to talk about the fantastic trades and work you do here, is that good, or do you prefer to only do business with people that you trust, or with people that you?
We deal mostly, and he'll look at Magdalene, with those on the island. But if you
Understood.
trust the person, would not mind trading with others if they can make it here.
What's your name, friend, so I can share the wonderful quality service that you provide?
Magdalene will kind of pipe in. I'm so sorry. This is the clan leader, Crodum. He's their elder.
Oh, this is Croden.
Yes, that is I.
Ah.
It is a pleasure to meet more adventurers taken in by the fold of the crown.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Fancy Bow.
Gives a very slow bow.
Well, I'll take these and get out of your hair and let the other people shop. Thank you so much.
Yes. Good day, and thank you for the business.
Of course. As I'm walking away, I'll lean down to Renarius and be like, listen, here's what we got. And tell what we got. Like, maybe you can use the shovel. I'll bring it in. We'll talk about it all later. But this is our whole. Thanks again.
Thank you for being the ever opportunist.
Kazil, where's my horn? No.
Oh, nice. It's with a friend.
Tegan will pull a healing potion out of his backpack and show it to Corden. Do you have anything like this? Do you guys practice any alchemy or?
We have some potion bottles, yes.
Not so much the bottle, but what's in it.
Are you needing something specific?
Well, I was wondering. Being out here, you would probably know a lot more of the sea plant life and stuff that might have special properties. So something, I guess, along that would make one recover from wounds and such.
He kind of motions towards another satchel that another turtle kind of opens up, and it has some odd looking bottles and containers with liquids in them. I don't know what these do, but these are ones that we found. I don't know if they heal or kill, or somewhere in between. We do not test before sell.
Well, that's probably prudent on your part. But I would, if you're willing, I'd take the risk for the lot, I guess. I have something, this is just a wild thought. It might interest you. And he pulls out of his bag, and I've had this, and I'm wondering why I put it in my bag to begin with. A bell. And I'll show Croden the bell. It's a standard item, just a bell. Something he may never have seen before.
This is interesting. We have recovered bells before.
Oh.
A bit larger, usually.
I would imagine ship's bells, yes.
Yes, that this
That would be
is
good for anchors.
very small. Are you wanting trade, gold?
Trade if I could.
What would you like to trade?
Okay. I ain't gonna cut it. Okay.
Are you going to look for items, Tegan?
Well, I was trying to get, if they don't potion. All right, let's go. Let's just cut to the chase. Potion of healing.
Well, they don't really know what their potions do, is what I was trying to get to. Is
Yeah.
they've recovered these items. What you can tell is they've recovered these items probably from like the sea, or from other people coming through. There's really no like, he's saying to you like he doesn't necessarily, there's no like specific healing potion he can sell you. He has potion bottles, but these definitely look different than the potion bottle, than the healing potion bottles you've seen.
Right.
Like life on the edge. Are we gonna get healed? Are we gonna die? Are we gonna turn into a bear? We don't know.
I don't know.
It's the grab bag of mystery.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What
see,
would
I don't
you
have-
like to do?
I don't have anything that I think you would find interesting to trade for.
Well, he was interested in the bell. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Like he was asking, like, what do you want to get in exchange for the bell?
If I give you the bell, how many potions would I get out of the grab bag for the bell?
I can give you 3.
That's a fair trade, more than fair.
Okay. 3 it is. And I will send you what the potions you get do. You get a it's like a hollowed out piece of rock salt is one of the containers. Another has like a very small potion container, extremely small, and it has a milky white liquid that has a bit of an ivory color to it. And then the third one. Sorry. The other one is a conical, like clear glass bottle that has an airy, bubbly liquid, orange liquid inside.
Dang.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
Hey, take a chance. You never know.
Is that all? And he'll kind of put those in a little satchel as well.
Quite interesting. No, thank you very much.
Again, it's been a pleasure. And as he kind of bows again, the entire colony kind of gives a little bow. All right. Thank you, Crotum, as always. I'll see you probably in a few days. Until then. And Magdalene will start kind of look to the rest of you and like, okay, let's and start climbing up the rope.
All right. Follow suit.
Okay. Everyone's back on board. Magdalene will kind of look at you. Okay, it'll probably be about another few hours before we get closer to the northern shore. Probably about another 6. And we'll be there. Before nightfall, probably. But not too long before.
Right. All right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get some ship work done. So just feel free to do what you want in the last few hours on the ship. At least for now. Okay. And she'll go off. Anyone want to do anything right as soon as you get up here to the ship? Like, you don't have to go into what you're going to be doing, but if there was anything, exchanges.
I'll let everyone know about the magic items, but I'll just like put them down in the galley and be dealt with later.
Okay.
What specifies how the shovel's being used? Like physically digging something,
Hitting somebody over the head with.
or
You would know.
because I mean,
Kazil, it seems like just holding it.
You can just hold it. I mean, those all work, but as long as it's on your person, you're holding it. I think you have to be grasping it, or otherwise using it in hand or in foot if you can do that.
Gerbil's like looking at it, and do you think if take the blade and the handle and it's just like the shaft, and would that break the magic, you think?
Usually, I think it does. It's woven through the whole piece.
Is it like a full shovel?
Yeah,
I guess I
it's
did
a full
it.
shovel.
Okay. It would be nice to have a little more intelligence when I do my arcane arrows, but I don't think it's gonna work.
I probably might end up in the ocean.
So when you're digging a grave, you realize you should have just burned the body.
Hey,
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and say that as everyone gets back on the ship, and Gerbil's asking some questions to Kazil about this shovel, everyone else kind of starts off into their own thing. You're hours away from the Northern Crown, finally. So close. And that's where we'll wrap it up for this week. All right. Thank you, players. Thank you so much, viewers. We're getting so much closer. Maybe next week we'll finally get to the shore of the Northern Crown.
Oh, it can happen in 6 hours, Stephanie.
2 battles on the sea too, because we had that the whole thing with the get tricked by the people, and then like the ship going down, and then the sea monster, and then
the storm.
It's been a journey.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's been a
And
journey.
then this.
Yay.
All right.
I'm not taking back
Love
any
boat.
shipways again. 18 layovers.
direct ship next time.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Let's go over our schedule really quick. You've been watching the Forsaken. I was going to say a completely different show. You've been watching The Forsaken, which is every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on Madbird Streams. We have a lot of content here on the channel. Wednesday is our next day with scheduled content. We have Mad Indie Game Time at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, where myself and Dan play some indie games. The Penumbra Assembly at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be on its 3rd episode. So tune in for that. That's our new seasonal campaign. Thursday, we have Drawing Dan at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Paint by Minis at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday, we have Met Art with Steph. Saturday, we have In Extremis at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, which is another D&D campaign. Sunday, we have Mad Games at Dusk with Trish at 6, and then the Obsidian Scar at 10, which is another D&D game that we have here on the channel. So,
Love it.
so much and more stuff in the future dropping in. We also have a Patreon, so be sure to check that out as well. Yeah, Dan, do we have someone that we're rating over to?
Our good friends over at Dork Tales.
Ooh. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and give them a caw-caw in the chat, and we'll see you hopefully next week or before then. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.